So how can you get a job seeker visa for Austria? Hi, I'm Patrick. I'm your friendly immigration lawyer from Vienna, Austria. And today, as many people have requested, I want to address what is a job seeker visa. Is there a job seeker visa in Austria? If yes, how can I get it? Well, let's dive into it. So, yes, of course, Austria does have a job seeker visa system. What is a job seeker visa? Austria says if you're a highly skilled professional, you can come to Austria for up to 6 months with this type of visa. You can look for jobs here, and if you find a job, you can then switch your job seeker visa to a so-called red, white, red card. What that is, I have addressed the red, white, red card system in several other videos, but just in very short words, a red, white, red card is a combination of a work permit and a residence permit. But again, you need a job offer for that. So before you can get the job offer, in order for you to come here, job seeker visa, okay? So if you're from a country that will not allow you to travel to Austria without any visa, let's say many African countries, many countries from Asia, you will need a visa first. And if you want to come here for 6 months right away to look for jobs, job seeker visa is your way to go. So how do I get the job seeker visa? There is a point system based on which the authorities can decide whether you are indeed a very highly skilled professional. This point system consists of up to 100 points. So 100 points is max. But for you, in order to qualify for the job seeker visa and later for a red, red, red card as a highly skilled person, you need to score at least 70 points out of those 100. So what is the criteria to get to as many points as possible? They will take into account your education, your age, your job experience or work experience, your language proficiency, and then they will make a calculation and see whether you score at least 70 points out of that. So if we were to drill it down a little bit more, let's say for your education, they're looking at a maximum of 40 points that you can score depending on how well educated you are. You'll get some points, let's say 20 points for finishing a university. You will score higher points if you don't only have a normal university degree, but you even have a PhD. So again, the higher your education, the more points you will get. Then when it comes to your job experience, the more years of relevant job experience, let's say you are a systems developer. IT is your field, and you have X amount of years of job experience as a developer. Then you can get up to 20 points depending on how many years of experience you have. Then for language, as the next criteria, here Austria says, well, we're looking for international, highly skilled workers, and that's why, irrespective of whether you are in level A1 or A2 in German or English, you will get the same amount of points. So if you have A1 level in German or at least in English, you will get 5 points. If you have A2 level in German or in English, you will get 10 points. You will also get points, but less so, for B1 level in French, Spanish, Bosnian, Serbian, and Croatian. Again, the highest points you will get for at least A2 level in English or German. So if you make the calculation at home and you say, well, according to my own calculation, I believe I would score the necessary points, how would you apply for it? You would go through the embassy that is competent for your country of origin, and then you would file your job seeker visa. They will look at your application, will send it to Austria. Austria will make an assessment whether they also confirm the points that you scored. Then they will inform the embassy. The embassy will issue your visa. You can come to Austria for up to 6 months, look for a job here. And then if you find a job, you have a job offer, you can then directly transfer your job seeker visa into a red, white, red card, stay in Austria. And if you followed my videos on red, white, red cards, you know that if you have a family, if you have husband, wife, if you have kids, and you hold a red, white, red card, you can bring them with you to Austria or bring them after you because you've already been here. They can get a red, white, red card plus, and they can live with you. And all of you can live here based on the fact that you have a red, white, red card. So what are common pitfalls? Of course, you need to prove to the authorities that you have all of these qualifications. If there are documents missing, that will mess up your application. Everything will take longer. So make sure that you know beforehand what it is that you need to prove, how to prove it, and make sure that all of your documents are in order. At the end of the day, this whole process does not necessarily require that you work with an immigration lawyer or immigration specialist, but it is often recommendable because those are people who did the entire application process with their clients before, so they can help you avoid unnecessary delays or mistakes in your application. Anyway, ciao. If you're looking at the job seeker visa, I wish you all the best. If you have questions, please leave them below. Like this video, share it with people who you think might be interested in the job seeker visa in Austria. And in any case, do take care. Talk soon. Bye.